Welcome back. Of course, we are discussing the latest Supreme Court judgment and what does that mean regarding the future military takeovers. And now we are also joined by Nafisa Shah of the ruling Pakistan People's Party and also Kashmala Tariq from the Pakistan Muslim League Quaid-e-Azam. Many thanks to both of you for joining us here as well in the program. And let me ask Nafisa Shah right now here that Chaudhry Shujaat the other day gave a statement that this judgment does not mean that there will be no more military takeovers in Pakistan. Do you think that is the case? Do you share that view?
Well, we've certainly welcomed this decision, and I think it's a step in the right direction. Of course, a lot more needs to be done in terms of institutional, how the Constitution envisages different institutions to play the role, and we all need to work hard towards that. But one should welcome any move that takes us towards independence of judiciary. And also we see a sense of sort of an inner trying to have an inner accountability.
But do you think
this
judgment will stop in any way the future military takeovers?
Well, it will help definitely, because this is first time that a historical correction is being made. Now, ideally, if you ask me, I would like to, of course, go back to 1947 and start from there. All the legal anomalies that have come, all the judicial justifications of military takeovers that have happened. The judicial murder of Shahid Zulfikar Ali Bhutto is obviously a pain in our hearts. I think history needs to correct that. But having said that, one good decision, we should welcome that.
And do you think, Kashmala, that is the case, that this is, of course, being termed as historic judgment, but the question is that will this ensure sustainable democracy in the country?
You see, there are many parts to that judgment. So I don't know which part are you talking about.
I'm talking about the prospects of fear of future military takeovers.
I would say that that is all relevant. That how this judgment is interpreted and how the parliamentarians take it seriously or not. Number one. Number two, the onus is on us right now. They have thrown the ball in our court. And rightly so. The whole nation is watching us, looking at the people like Bhutta Saab, myself and Nafisa. We are their representatives. How much responsible we are in interpreting that judgment, basically. Now, the point is, yes, there should be no more military takeovers. Number two, there should be accountability. Number three, there shouldn't be NROs which should be given by people without consulting the representatives of the people, because it's public money. It's the money of this country. First you hire lawyers and then pay them money and then let them off or at the drop of your hat saying that, look, everything is pardoned and you may come and you may go. So all these things are collective and coherent, basically. We can't say pick up one unless and until all these things go parallel, simultaneously, and we address these issues. Good governance, accountability.
Otherwise, threat of future military takeovers will remain.
Oh yes, obviously. When corruption comes to the peak, when we give up, when there is no governance, then the military takeover is there.
Do you think this is fair enough point? Because whenever the military took over in the past, there were circumstances as such. People in the streets even distributed sweets because people were fed up with the civilian governments. That's why.
Absolutely, there was no reason whatsoever. No reason could be given for justification of any martial law, any coup, or any takeover, whatever has been happened in the past. Even if,
but you have to admit that politicians and civilian governments in the past
even if the hell doesn't fall, there's no justification at all, and no rule at all, and there's no constitutional provision at all. If you take that the corruption is rampant and something, law and order is there, and something is happening, dacoities are being committed. There is an unemployment.
But when the civilian governments fail to deliver, when the civilian governments fail to deliver, and there is now increasingly impression that PMLN is also somewhat friendly opposition. So what is the remedy?
There is no opposition in the parliament. Pardon me for saying that.
I don't understand the meaning of friendly opposition. The friendly opposition means that if you support a person in even an illegal manners and for an illegal program. But I don't know what is left and unattended by the assembly. I don't know what is left behind by the assembly. Assembly is supposed to...
Do you think that your party is playing a role of opposition as it should have right now?
It is supposed to, and we are doing it. And by the grace of God, Almighty Allah, Wherever there is a need to press certain demand, whereas there is a need to press the public issue, we are there on the floor of the House to do the same, and we don't have any kind of such suggestion that we are not supposed to speak.
But
on
Kashmala has
certain
said
issues.
that there is no opposition at all currently.
What kind of opposition? Not for the sake of opposition. I'm not in support of the government. I'm not saying something for the favor of the government. I'm saying that, of course, we have to go for the national issues, and on national issues, every member is free, and he is the floor is quite open for him
NRO is not
to
a
discuss.
national issue?
Okay, let me ask.
Allow me just a minute. And if Kashmala is saying about the NRO, I don't have opposition if the NRO comes in the assembly and that is debated. Of course, we will debate, and we don't have any instruction to support the NRO. We have instruction rather to oppose whatever the law which is against the public, which is against the morality, which is against certain norms. Because NRO, perhaps Kashmala says that she is advocating against NRO. I would say I am rather
So
more
your party
advocating.
has also a clear position. Of course,
Very clear
We have
position.
been demanding
Okay, we
it
will
before
continue
us.
our discussion. It's time for another short break here, so stay with us.